Hello, my beautiful brothers and sisters. It's Chelle here. I'm so excited to share my new painting with you. It's been a it's been a while in the making. I took a little bit of time off and reflected and I finally finished it and I titled it Citizens of Heaven on 5D Earth. It's an inspiration that I had about 14 years ago. I've been on a spiritual journey for about 20 years, but 14 years ago was an extremely difficult time in my life. My father had passed away. My daughter and I were taking care of our stepmother, and my stepbrothers had decided when my daughter and I took a 3-week vacation in California with my sister that they were going to pull the rug out from underneath us and talk their mom into selling the house, leaving us stranded with 3 weeks worth of clothing to our names in California. And we've been here ever since. It's been 14 years now since we've been here. But prior to my departure, I was sitting in my absolutely favorite chair and I was severely depressed. I was in a very deep funk. And the only thing that got me out of my funk was this vision I kept having. I kept envisioning a community of like-minded individuals, a community of brothers and sisters. It's, I kind of describe it as like a Mr. Rogers neighborhood. I know that dates me. I am 63 years old, so I've had a lot of experience on this earth. But it reminded me that absolutely that was how the earth was supposed to be, that's how we were supposed to be living, that we were supposed to be living in love, in unity, helping each other, having compassion for each other, uplifting each other, and working together to build communities that would bring people together, where we would barter our talents and gifts with each other, where, the older people could, you know, be the ones who would help cook, or I I just had this vision, and in this vision, my my guides in my meditation kept throwing out the words citizens of heaven, and so it has stuck with me for 14 years, citizens of heaven. And I never really knew exactly how that was going to fit into my life at any point until now. And so as our beautiful Earth, our Mother Gaia is getting ready to take us from a third dimensional world into the fifth dimensional world. The vision has been coming back strongly with me. And so I wanted to share my inspiration with you because it's still the one thing that when I sit and I meditate and I think about it, it gives me the absolute most peaceful, joyful feeling in my soul because I do envision that our earth will become communities like this, communities of citizens of heaven, where we create heaven on earth, where we work together, where we build communities together, where we have total and open honesty, where there's absolutely no separation, where our intentions are pure, where we don't have to worry about deception anymore, or manipulation, or control. where we're free to create the life that we've always dreamed of, a life of freedom from all this chaos that our earth has been under for millennia. And I see the vision again. I have been envisioning these communities. I have envisioned where where we create big open areas, kitchens where we cook together. We create an art center where we can create art. We can sculpt, we can draw, we can create beautiful things. I envision music center where we have every musical instrument so that we can try them out, so that we can see what it is that we resonate with. Because I certainly believe that vibrations and frequencies are the key to upliftment, which is why I've always been interested in music my whole life. I play several instruments, and music is a part of my daily life, and as much as art is. I've only become a painter since I moved to California, but I've always been an artist at heart. And then I envision other theaters or where people can express through their dance, through the martial arts, through any kind of movement. I envision outdoor theater, an amphitheater where we can play our music, where we can gather in communities, where we can invite other communities. I envision it. I envision we creating a garden where we can all grow our food. I envision outreaches to all the communities where we come together, where we uplift the world, uplift each other. I can, when I envision it, I envision sitting around at night, around a campfire. I know it sounds hokey, but it's what eases and makes my heart feel so full of love and gratitude and joy connecting with others. That has been the one area in my life that, I have wanted forever is unity and closeness, where we can actually speak to each other, not on a surface level communications, but deep, meaningful talks about life in the universe and, all the things that we've all wanted to know our whole lives. And I envisioned these communities being beautiful places of refuge, beautiful sanctuaries. I don't just envision it in one place, I envision it around the world. In fact, the first place that I envisioned myself creating one of these communities is in Italy. Not to say that I know how to speak Italian, but I don't think that it will matter because when we do ascend as collective Earth, then, our language will be a light language, and then we'll all be able to easily communicate with each other. I envision our Earth, and our Earth was supposed to be a world that you could come and this earth is one of the most beautiful planets in the universe. It has more flora and fauna and species than any other planet. It's an absolute paradise. It is heaven. And so I envision this beautiful new earth that we are all getting ready to embark on this journey together. um, I see us creating together, not just in one place, but in lots of places. And so I just wanted to bring that message of hopefulness and and joy and peace and love and unity, because it's time that we drop the barriers between each other. There doesn't need to be any barriers. There doesn't need to be any darkness any longer. There doesn't need to be any control. We are getting ready to see the veil completely unlifted. And when the veil has been lifted, then we will all awaken to who we truly are, which are divine sparks of God. We are all divine beings. The majority of us are human, but we have lived in the universe for millennia, and we've visited many different planets. We've lived many different lives. And when the veil has been lifted and our minds are free from the veil, then we'll be able to remember. We'll be able to remember who we are. We'll be able to remember that we all are one. We've always been one. We've just been controlled, and that control is about to lift. And so I just wanted to bring this message of oneness to you all. And I'm inviting you all to join my movement. I have a movement. I have a petition. It doesn't cost a dime. I'm asking you all that if this message resonates with you and that you do believe that you have come here to help humanity to lift into the fifth dimension, and that you want to claim your citizenship as a citizens of heaven, then I will encourage you to click the petition. The link will be in comment box, and I invite you all to comment, to reach out to me, because it is my sincerest desire to create a community of like-minded people. And so I'm extending the invitation to you. Reach out to me. I promise I will respond. So I'm going to end for now, but I want to extend love and light to all of you, my brothers and sisters and citizens of heaven. And I'll be speaking to you soon. And I hope you enjoy my painting. It is an oil painting, and it was a pleasure to create. And I created for all of us. So love and light, my friends. Till next time. Bye.